If we go further south down to Georgia, that's not a good case for Trump, but there have been some favorable developments with the implosion of Fani Willis, her reputation, and her potential ability to stay on this case. She's now admitted that she has a personal relationship with the special prosecutor she brought in. They're having an affair. That's what's been alleged, and she is no longer denying it. But she says it did not start until after she brought him on board as special prosecutor. However, the lawyer for the defendant, Mike Roman, he's one of Trump's co-defendants in the Georgia case. The lawyer who represents that guy, Ashley Merchant, says that's a lie. It did start before he was appointed to this case, and is suggesting thereby that that's one of the reasons he was appointed to this case and potentially paid more than the others, something Fani Willis denies. She also, this lawyer, has subpoenaed documents from Atlanta area travel agencies and financial records tied to Nathan Wade, the alleged paramour, and his law firm. So where does this stand? Because you've got this heating up as she tries to avoid, Fani Willis does not want this February 15th, that's next Friday, evidentiary hearings on the accusations against her. I'm going to guess that the judge is going to hold it anyway. What do you think, Mike?
I think Fani is in big trouble down in Georgia because it looks like she hired her unqualified secret boyfriend. She paid him $250 per hour out of Fulton County and federal COVID funds. She paid him substantially more than an actually qualified RICO special prosecutor. She's paid him nearly $700,000. She paid him to go meet with the Biden White House, including the Biden White House counsel, before they brought this unprecedented RICO indictment against President Trump and 18 co-defendants. And she allegedly took kickbacks from this nearly $700,000 that this boyfriend billed Fani's office, including these lavish trips to Napa and the Caribbean. And like you said, she represented to the courts that this relationship didn't start until after she hired him. Well, that seems to be a lie, or at least the evidence could show that's a lie, and then she's going to have perjury problems. But the bigger issue is that she hired him and she started this relationship by her own admission before they indicted, and she has a financial interest in this case, which you cannot have, as Dave knows, as a prosecutor. She's paying someone who's giving her illegal kickbacks, and she's paying him by the hour. So of course he's going to bring a very broad case because he's going to be able to bill $700,000 and counting, and then he can take her on trips.
And generally in the law, Dave, it wouldn't be required for anybody to prove any of that. They just have to prove the appearance of that, which creates an appearance of impropriety, which, as you know, you do this for a living, you're not allowed to have, especially as a prosecutor. We hold you guys to an extra high ethical standard given the power you have. So what do you make of what Mike just said?
Well, when I was last on with you, Megyn, you said that you had me on my heels on this one. And yeah, it's tough to defend these allegations because it's the appearance, even if some of the stuff isn't true. Like, for example, it's been proven that the money didn't come from COVID funds. He is being paid $250 an hour, but so are the other two special prosecutors. But he has billed a lot more. One of the days he billed 24 hours in a day. That's the thing that gave me the most heartburn because I don't know how you can do that. But it would be a conflict, a clear conflict, and really undermine the case if this relationship with a judge or the public defender or any defense lawyer. But when you're having a relationship with someone in your own office, and if Fani Willis's affidavit is true that the relationship didn't take place until after he was already hired, then there's no there except it looks bad. And I think Nathan Wade should not be on this case anymore. I think she should find someone else to help lead this case for the perceptions. And this is an unforced error because if you're going to go after Donald Trump, you need to be just totally clean and not have any issues that the other side can exploit. And they're exploiting this. But in the end, facts are facts. The law is the law. And if this case wasn't a good case, then the judge in this case, a Federalist Society member, would have dismissed it already. He has
well, it's not that, but that's not. Yes, he's seeking to have it dismissed too. But before we get to that, it's should she be dismissed from the case, which is, a much, I think, easier issue. I think she should go. I do not think she has any business staying on this case after what she has done. She's behaved disgracefully. I mean, this is not something Dave Aronberg would never, ever do, and he would fire. I know he may not say it. You would fire somebody who did this in your office. So I don't know that the whole case goes away, but I think she's going to go away. But we'll see. It's Georgia. I don't know. We'll find out. The pressure to conform to political correctness has undeniably suppressed genuine debate, and it's time we put a stop to it. Enter Freedom 2.0, the unapologetic bottled water company that proudly supports the freedom to speak, freedom to think, and the freedom to listen. We can't afford to remain silent anymore. It's crucial to make our support for the First Amendment crystal clear. And one impactful way to do so is by choosing products from companies that champion our values. Visit freedom20.com and use the code MK for a 15% discount to stand with me and millions of other Americans in celebrating the right to free speech. Remember, freedom is not inherited. It's something we must actively fight for. So raise your voice, grab your bottle of Freedom 2.0, and make a statement. Cheers to Freedom 2.0. That's Freedom 2, the letter O, not Freedom 20, and champion the power of free speech. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.